This is the Cowboys Report, a post-combine 7-round mock draft coming your way. If you want more mock drafts with trades in the future, show my bosses that it's something that we should do. Share this video right now. If we get 50-ish shares, we'll do a mock draft with trades for our next one. Before we get to the Cowboys pick in round 1, some players who were off the board. Nolan Smith, Osiris Torrance, the top 4 receivers, most recently Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers are gone. Bijan Robinson also taken, so cross him off your list. And yeah, I don't have to do the running back pick, which always kind of concerns me there. So round 1, pick number 26, I'll go with the combine winner. How about Deonte Banks, the cornerback from Illinois? I know I got him in round 2 of our last mock draft. He ain't going to be there for you. I also used the PFF, so I'm going to make it more different this time around. I think at this point, a little bit more accurate looking through the rankings at this stage. Banks' production was pretty good this year. He wasn't a full-time player, which was kind of weird. They rotated him more than I thought they should have. But he fits well with Trayvon Diggs. He's not the high-risk, high-reward ball skill type of guy, but he does offer some good coverage and really some more lockdown stuff there. I would be on board with Banks in round 1. Look, I'm not finished with all my stuff yet. I won't be until much closer to the draft. But I would say beyond your big 3 corners of Joey Porter Jr., Devin Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez, Banks is number 4 for me. I don't know if he's going to be there. I would not be surprised if 4 corners get taken. But Banks at 26, I think, is both a realistic and a quality outcome. Just got to get a little bit less grabby. 8 flags this year has to be checked out. Unlike Diggs, though, he's a damn good tackler. He's very quality run support player, which, again, I think fits really well with what you have in Trayvon Diggs. It's a good complementary piece at the other cornerback spot. Some others who were on the board. I really thought about going tight end here because all the tight ends fell. And if Kincaid and Michael Mayer are there, I know that you'd like your other tight ends. Why I didn't do it? You got to consider it. The wide receiver spot was fairly limited. It was a little bit trimmed down. Josh Downs was the next best option. Drew Sanders, the linebacker, Mozzie Smith. So with the guards being gone, I kind of defaulted to the next best cornerback. We have launched, folks, a new NFL Draft YouTube channel. Channel has you covered all the latest mock drafts, analysis, draft trade rumors. We'll do different mock drafts, different needs. We need your help, though, to grow this channel by subscribing. You're not going to find a better source on YouTube for all your NFL draft needs. Simply put, more subscribers equals more videos. It's a meritocracy here at Chat Sports. So go to youtube.com/chatnfl and subscribe. Link is at the bottom of your screen, but it's also in the comments and the description of today's video. It'll actually be at the pinned comment to make your lives a little bit easier. Go subscribe. The more Cowboys fans we get over there, the more Cowboys-focused draft videos we can do too. youtube.com/chatnfl. Players taken round 2. Number 57, Joe Tippmann, center from Wisconsin. Darnell Wright, Josh Downs, Dan Henley, my guy, Darnell Washington, who I think is going to go earlier, but that would have been nice to have from that standpoint. So I was very surprised Wright or Downs fell that far. Not the Cowboys' MO, but it'd be interesting. So with what I consider the second best center gone, I'll take the best one, John Michael Schmitz out of Minnesota. Now, you're going, center, we have Biotish. Yes, I do think you would be able to play John Michael Schmitz at guard. And the big reason why I have that mindset is what Schmitz told me at the NFL Combine about how he thinks he could play guard and how he had a conversation. The clip we're about to play here, I asked him how his meeting went. The part about guard, he answered unprompted, which makes me think he and the Cowboys talked about playing guard. Take a listen.
Yeah. Cowboys had a good interview with him. It went really well. I mean, just anything they need for me as a player, if it's a center or guard, I'm willing to do that. My leadership, bring that leadership, set that tone, my toughness, and that grit factor I'm going to bring whatever team I'm drafted. So, yeah.
So I am reading between the lines there a little bit on that front from John Michael Schmitz, but unprompted makes me think he had that conversation. Maybe he's your guard for a year, long-term center if you want to pay Biotish. I think talent-wise, he's going to be a top 50-ish player, so good value there. Didn't have his best year ever at Minnesota, had some up and down play, but he's a very intelligent player. Not the best athlete either, which I think is worth mentioning, but we're still talking above average athleticism. And if you're going to invest on the offensive line, Cowboys have a very good track record of finding good players, whether it be round one is their best success, but if you get 4 years, 5 years as a starting day 2, day 3 pick, that ends up being pretty good. Some others who were on the board, 2 running backs, Zach Charbonnet, Devon Achane. You tag Pollard, so I'll pass on it back for now. I wouldn't mind Tank Dell. That'd be fun. He ain't going to be there for you. Or I don't think you're going to take him there because he's just too small for the Cowboys' preferences. Jack Campbell would be your Leighton Vander Esch, quite literally replacement. They tested very similarly. Derek Hall, they showed interest in the combine, edge rusher, but I don't want to take a premium edge in round 2. All right, who do you guys want the Dallas Cowboys to draft? Could be any round, could be early, could be, round 2, round 3. If you go deeper in that, I'll just be impressed for naming a later round draft pick. Name a player you want the Cowboys to take in this year's draft. All right, notable guys off the board, round 3. A.T. Perry, Cedric Tillman, my guy Tyler Scott. Oh, how I wish I could have gotten him. Tajay Spears, Sam Laporta would have been a great pick in round 3. But it's a great running back class, so let's take one here. How about Tank Bigsby out of Auburn? Did not rush for 1,000 yards. Thanks Auburn's offense for being a complete dumpster fire. Good after contact stuff. He's not a burner, and that showed up in his testing. It was only a 4.56. His 10-yard split, the burst was really good though. Out of Tank Bigsby, 179 carries, 970 yards, 5.4 average, 10 touchdowns. If you're looking to replace Zeke, which I think this team will be, Bigsby's a quality option in that late day 2, early day 3 range there. It's a great running back class, kind of why I'm fine just cutting Zeke, because I can get somebody later on that could, honestly, I would bet Bigsby averages more than 4 yards a carry next year. Better than what Zeke gave you. Some other guys who are on the board, Michael Wilson from Stanford was there if you want a bigger body outside wide receiver. Luke Schoonmaker, they met with him at the Combine too. Nick Herbig is that, he's Zach Bond. He's Zach Bond all over again. DeMarvion Overshown at linebacker. Dwayne McBride at UAB. So options there for the Cowboys in the later parts of the 3rd round, but I'm going Bigsby there pretty easily. 4th round, I did not get a receiver yet, so we'll pretend that I signed somebody too. But I also took Bryce Ford-Wheaton out of West Virginia. Heavy emphasis, by the way, on great guys who tested well at the Combine, right? The production has been not the best from Bryce Ford-Wheaton, but the height, weight, speed profile that I know the Cowboys like is certainly there. Now, his production, you're thinking 10.9 yards carry. Okay, you're going, he's a bit more of maybe a bigger-bodied possession guy. Well, he's actually super fast. You're on a 4.38 unofficial there at 6'4", 221. Athletic upside is awesome. And I think a better quarterback than he had at West Virginia makes him an appealing, I think he could easily go in the 3rd round, top 100 when it's all said and done. All right, other guys who were also on the board, Dorian Williams. Luke Schoonmaker fell again, but I'm going to wait on tight ends because I want to prioritize receiver there. Moro Ojomo, Jacorian Bennett. I can't go 2 straight Maryland corners, but he was also pretty good. Carl Brooks was the biggest Combine snub at a Bowling Green, but I had to get a receiver at some point. It was going on far too long not taking one at that point. So what is the biggest need for the Cowboys? Let's say come draft time. Is it going to be receiver? Is it going to be cornerback? Is it going to be offensive line? Something else altogether? Drop that position. Can't say owner in the comments section. Round 5. Zack Kuntz out of Old Dominion. Now, this is a very appealing NFL draft prospect. 5th round, I got him here. He is coming off, and we're actually going to show you his 2021 stats when he averaged 9.5 yards per catch and 692 yards, 5 touchdowns. The numbers this past year were not nearly as good because he only played in 5 games. And you know what? We're trying to explain why people have an interest, so we'll be a little bit nicer on that standpoint. I am intrigued by him adding a freak athlete at tight end in what is a very good draft class, got to take one at some point because that's just, you're getting great value at that point for Dallas. We will have more Cowboys coverage for you right here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Free videos, somewhere in the 10 to 11 per range, or 10 to 11 videos per week range, excuse me. Hit that sub button right now, youtube.com/Cowboys. Eventually I figure out what I was trying to say. Hit that sub button right now. All right, what are your many round 5 picks? So we'll go quicker here since it's day 3. No one cares as much. Jalen Redmond, another athletic Oklahoma defensive tackle. Medical red flags got to be checked out here. The production was okay. Tested very, very well for a player his size at the combine. I wouldn't mind trying to find more juice in the interior of that defensive line spot. Maybe Redmond can be your day 3 athletic upside sleeper. Same exact spot, but edge rusher for DJ Johnson out of Oregon. The production was never quite what it should be for a player of his athletic gifts, but if anyone's going to maximize him, I'm going to go with Dan Quinn being the guy to get that sorted out there. Decent pressure rate, not as many sacks as you would like or you would think. He was one of the top Bruce Feldman freaks, and that was proven at the combine from a testing perspective. I don't mind taking an edge on day 3 and see if it ends up being a nice piece long term. So will the Cowboys make any draft trades? Y for yes, N for no. They got a bunch of picks. They're in line to get a few comp picks as well. Let me know in the comments. Y for yes, N for no. Round 6, I'll go with the quarterback here because I'm doing something special on round 7 just for you guys. Clayton out of Houston, a little bit of an older, prospect, not that old. Fairly decent production. I think you're looking in that day 3 range. Somebody who can maybe be a backup quarterback for you. Really great production the past 2 years. A big factor being the type of offense he was playing in. And that's a massive jump from 2020 to 2021. Huge step forward. Got better again this year. The physical traits are not the best, but it is for late day 3, no such thing as a bad pick. Even going kicker late day 3 isn't. I did it for you guys. I did it just for you because I know we're going to get questions someday. I took a kicker for you. Jake Moody out of Michigan. If you take someone in round 7, that's fine because you're not actually committing that much. Please don't take him in the 4th round because Cade York wasn't that good this year, and I thought York was actually a very good kicker. I drafted a kicker just for you guys. I will be honest. When I saw the mustache, I almost changed my mind. I don't think it looks very good at all, but I did go a kicker at the back end in the 7th round here. So grade this mock draft for me. A, B, C, D, or F. You can be honest. Sound off in the comments section.